Like if you have a problem with anything that we do or say, like that's fine, but like let's be a man, let's fucking talk about it in the open. You know what I mean? Like don't send me a PM and talk shit about my
Tyler, don't go in yet. Let me do the fucking intro first. The night Mike's not here, Tyler's a beast.
I know.
Big ups to the geek enthusiasts and lovers of the plastic crack. Welcome back for the first time. This is Higher Conversation for the Plastic Addicts. It's Toy Detox time. We are down and minus our fucking gas to the fire, gas to the flame, Sway 66. But we do have the fucking diva, the hate mail receiver. Tyler L. What's up, Tyler?
Look, man, just because you're the Michelle to my Beyonce doesn't mean you can start acting a fool.
I'm not Michelle. I'm the motherfucker letting y'all know what time it is. It's Toy Detox time. So go ahead, man. So this guy really got you hot with his fucking hate mail, right?
Yeah, right. All right. So last episode, I thought we had a great KO conversation, right?
I thought we did. Mike thinks so
like
too.
I think we explored all the avenues. Mm-hmm. Some of the feedback we got was really good. But the one that really bothered me is I got one in a private message from somebody. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm all for communication. You know what I mean? Like all of our info's up. I'm all for it. But this guy made it personal. And I feel like he crossed the line.
So what did he say, man? What did he say, dude?
So, well, let me just preface this.
Go ahead.
I'm not please continue to communicate with us. We're here for you guys.
Yeah, send some hate mail, dude. I love that shit.
But, there's a certain line that you don't cross. And this individual kind of went into my personal Facebook page, which is fine. But he proceeded to then badmouth my opinion, which is fine. It's my opinion, right? Yeah. Like, he got out of it what he paid for it. Not a damn thing. Right?
Right.
But when you make it personal and you start talking about somebody's wife and somebody's children,
yeah, that's the line you cross right there.
You've crossed the line. And I kind of think this goes back to kind of hand in hand with our other subject. Like, this guy's getting brave doing his keyboard commando.
Oh, yeah.
But I guarantee if we were face to face, he wouldn't have said the shit that he said.
Did you go check out his little personal page and see what the fuck he was about? In case you
all vague. No, only had photos of toys. Had nothing really going on. Had a small group of friends, like less than 100. Mm-hmm. Didn't really have much going on. Super vague.
You want to bust his name out, or you want to keep that down?
Actually, I don't even remember his name because I looked at it, I read it. Mm-hmm. It was just filled with hate. And it's one thing if you want to have a conversation and we can battle difference of opinion. I mean, that's what we're kind of here for anyway. But it's another thing to take it to a personal level like that, and you start involving people's wife and kids. Like that's just not cool.
Yeah, that's kind of no, that ain't kind of BS. That's definite BS, man. What's wrong with these guys, man?
Well, I think it goes back to like the other subject we talked about last week, right? Like I think there's a lot of people in the fandom that don't really have a lot of interpersonal skills, and they don't know how to respond when someone has a different opinion than they do.
So what did he say? Let's get into it. What did he say? If you don't mind kicking it out, what did he say specifically? Not so much about your family, because I don't want anyone to cross that, but because I don't want to get at no air right there. But what did he say specifically to you as far? What was his standpoint on it or whatever?
It was along the lines like, because we were all joking around about the whole KO subject,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I straight up said like, if you buy KOs, you're a fucking loser. But
Yeah.
like, if you take that out of context, but like, you got to understand, we were all joking around and having fun. Like,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna collect the way I want to collect. You collect the way you want to collect, right?
Yeah.
But he took that subject to heart, and he was upset. Saying like, not everybody can afford a
Oh, I hate
$60
that
action
shit.
figure.
I hate when they say
and
that
that,
shit.
And the fact is, like, not all of us are made of money. Blah 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 blah. Along those lines, and he felt like I was dissing. That was his word. Dissing part of the community about people by bad mouthing people who buy KO.
Fucking loser.
The guy's trying to stand. He's trying to stand up and be a people's champion for all of the KO buyers.
He's my champion. He fucking told you, Tyler. Hey, really, man? That's really messed up, guys. That's really messed up. I mean, him coming to you and voicing his opinion, even if he called you like some douchebag shit, that's one thing, man. Because like you said, you can stand your ground. You can go back and forth with him. But when you cross that line and take it to someone's family, God, that's wrong, man. That's the kind of shit that'll get you punched in the face at a show, man. That's.
So if you're out there, buddy, and if you're coming to TFCon, come find me. Come say it to my face.
Yeah, man. Because listen, let me just say this, guys, to all our okay, we'll cross that bridge in a minute. Let me just say this to all our fucking what used to be 3 listeners to I don't know whatever the number is now. We're doing pretty good, right? To be so early off. Look, man. This show is fun. We have fun on this show, and we say shit that might hurt your feelings if you take shit too sensitive, too closely to the heart. If you wear your feelings on your sleeve, or you're a sensitive type, your feelings are going to get hurt, and we're not going to apologize for it. And if we say something wrong that's just totally out of place, and you address us on the side or whatever the case is, then we can handle that and we can work that out and find some common grounds. But when it comes to like opinions and shit. You can't get mad. What is he, a fucking you some kind of fucking fascist? You know what I'm saying? Tyler can't have his fucking opinion? That's bullshit, man. No, I'm sorry. I don't respect that at all. What you think, Mike? Yeah, I'm gonna do my mic impression. Let's see how close our friendship is. Let's see if I can nab him. Well, there are some guys out there. This is Long Dick Mike, ladies. What's going on? There are some of these guys out there, and they're just because he kind of like laughs as he like talks and shit. I can't do Mike.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's over. Like, he's not worth my time or my effort. And if you're listening, you just heard me. You're not worth my time or my effort.
You're worth my time and my effort, though, homeboy. I'll track your shit down, buddy.
If he wants any more of my time, come find me at TFCon.
Yeah, come find him. I'll be standing right next to you.
We can have a conversation there.
Yep, I'll be standing right next to you, Tyler. I'll be standing there right next to you. I have to take off my Chosen Prime t-shirt. And then we can
Actually,
see
you know what? Shout out to Brandon. I was messaging him back and forth today. I placed an order with him, but apparently he hasn't listened to a single one of our episodes yet.
No, he is not. That dude, man. The most supportive, non-supportive. Fucking. I felt grace that he watched maybe a couple of my reviews, partially or some shit like that. Because he's like supposedly he's constantly packing boxes and shit. I don't know if I believe that. I think he's got like some illegal aliens or some shit inside of his warehouse and some shit. And he's got to like beat them and throw buckets of water on them and shit to keep them working. I don't know.
And like he posted that one picture, I think it was around Christmas time. Like the whole back of his pickup truck was full of boxes going out.
Yeah, man, that dude works hard, bro. I don't want to put none of his business out there, but that dude, I gotta say, that brother works hard, man. Like we got a little ongoing chat, and we'll be chatting. He'll pop in, he'll say some shit every now and again. He'll take a break from packing by. Like that's all he does. He's filling orders constantly. You know what I'm saying? Filling orders and customer service replies and shit like that. So No one can ever say that man don't work. I think he gets about 2.5 minutes of sleep. And that's per week, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Listen to the fucking show, Brandon. How about that, buddy?
Yeah, I was gonna say how's your homework assignment going?
Yeah, my dog ate it.
Your dog ate straight.
My dog
Might
ate
wanna
my
take him to
homework.
the vet.
My dog ate my homework. It rained and my homework got wet. It was in my backpack and it rained. Nah, man. So this weekend I went on some sprees and got some shit and ordered some shit, and I didn't get around to. Or I did see a guy in the group who was selling his Warbitron set, right? And I was trying to get him to break it down. You know, nobody wants to do that. I don't want to do that. But every now and again, you'll find somebody who's like, not going to say dumb enough, but every now and again, you'll find someone that's willing to break. Yeah, motivated. There you go, motivated. But he was not motivated. So I don't want to pay full price for that thing, man. I don't want to do it, dude. I don't want to do it.
Strafe's one of the better ones, though, man.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna get it.
So
I'm gonna get it though.
So what you're saying is your homework is incomplete.
Yes, my homework is incomplete, but it's not my fault because I have a letter from my doctor and my parents are getting a divorce, and my dog has an illegitimate puppy.
This detox, man. There are no notes from teachers.
I'm gonna get it, man. I fucking Okay, so I was cranking out some sales, trying to crank out some sales to get some extra cash, right? And I'm finna blow my own cover right now, okay? Because I had the I'm not even gonna touch on the Hexatron fucking controversy.
Somebody beat you to
it. But I fucking I had a few things up for sale, trying to get some extra money up to take advantage of some of the sales, and then you just kind of fund some extra purchases. But I'm not gonna lie, bro, I had a few other things in my eye. So like 3A took a lot of money from me this weekend. That 3A smell, I can't wait to get them. And then a few other things, and it didn't even cross my mind to get that strafe, dude, until I saw that guy's post. Because I cannot bring myself to pay full price for not one more of those Warbitron figures. I hear you saying it about the Computron, but I can't do it, man.
It's the sum of its pieces, man. You just got to finish it up. And I'm telling you, like, did you ever go and check out that picture I posted?
Yeah, I checked the pictures out and all of that stuff, man. I mean, dick missiles, man. Dick missiles. That's all I can say about it, dude. I'm ready for them to announce their next fucking combiner because I have a really sour taste in my mouth about that Warbitron. Even with the pictures, I seen the pictures. I seen it all, man. I'm not pleased with them. You know, it's not the Computron that I thought it was going to be. I think that if it had, I know we discussed this last time, but if it had a little more in laser, I mean, because the individual limbots were weak where they were weak, and then, you know, one of them was good or decent. Because even, what's his name? Afterburner Turbo Ejector, whatever his name is?
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was pretty decent, especially in bot mode, but I don't know, he really, I wasn't like overly excited with him, but I was just pleased enough to like kind of, you know, continue to walk past that threshold. And, you know, each figure that would come out would have its drawbacks, but then it would have its pros too, like the dry brushing and all that on fucking hammer sharpener, whatever the fuck his name was. So
nose cone.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. So yeah, so I mean, each one it's like they had just enough. It's like that chick. You know, you see that chick and like she looks good in her clothes and like titties is like bow and her ass is like bow. But then once you get her home and it's like you take her things off and things don't look quite as good as it looked before you got her there. You know what I'm saying? But then she has like that bomb head, so it kind of gets you like, okay, I'm gonna stick with it for a little while longer. It's kind of like that, man. But
so let me sum this up. So you're saying Warbitron is wearing a push-up bra and some padded panties? Is that what you're saying?
Not even that. You know what I'm gonna say about Warbitron? This is what I want to say about the Computron. I'm gonna say that she's a hot chick, right? She's a hot chick, and from a distance, She looks good. The hair is flowing. The DSLs is there. Tits and all that shit's popping. She got on the fucking red bottoms and shit. She got on the red bottom heels, making everything, push up and everything. But once you get up on her, you start noticing all of the things that just aren't right. You know what I'm saying? Like hairlines. The hair is a little frizzier than it should be. You know what I'm saying?
So now that we've offended all of our female listeners,
what about? I don't even think we got it in them yet. Well, we haven't gotten that big yet.
I'm hoping.
We haven't gotten that big yet, dude. So I'm still good. I still got room. It's like that chick, man, who looks great. I even go so far as to say she looks great, but she won't fix you a hot plate. That's what I would say about that fucking Computron. Looks great, but he will not fix you a hot plate. Therefore, it's not a wed. I can't marry you. Now I can keep him around for a while as a trophy piece, because I mean he is that. But I just,
So, ladies, that is Brave at Brave's Toy Review.
Yeah, send me all your hate mail. Send me all your hate mail.
It's Brave's.
Hey, Mike, you want to say anything? Yeah, because you know. Oh man, you come up with anything good this week?
Well, I got an order placed, so I'm just waiting for that from Brandon to show up. I did my fans toys things, picked up the mercenary, picked up the spotter, and then I ordered that unique toys blower. So just waiting for those now. But actually, picking up, I actually scored a X Transbots Power Glide last night.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So I really didn't even know this thing was out. Like, I missed my radar. I guess it dropped like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And one of the local guys out here in the VTC, so shout out to those guys. I know that they're big listeners. But he had one, and like he's kind of bad mouthing it, and I told him to put a price on it.
Pass it upon the left hand side, right?
What was that?
So pass the Dutchie upon the left hand side, right?
Yeah. So I paid $20 for him, and after seeing the last eBay sale went for $96, I think I did pretty good.
Yeah, that's a really good come up for that figure, man. There was a time frame where he was like so sought after, dude, and you just could not get your hands on him either. And like I said earlier, they made a few different versions of him. There's a white version that's like I don't know, some kind of exclusive or some shit. Somebody squared me away on that one in the comments or some shit, or sent us a message. I think there's a white one and then some other color version, maybe purple or some shit like that. And it's not like the most engineered figure, but he looks good on your shelf, man. He looks real good on your shelf.
Yeah, I looked up that white one, Wild Child. It's a Decepticon. So now I got something else to chase now.
Yeah.
I mean, he's all right. Like he's definitely not up to today's standards. But like you said, like when he's sitting on the shelf next to Bumblebee and Brawn, he looks pretty good.
Yeah, he looks perfect, dude. He looks perfect.
What did you score this week?
Well, I got my I went in. I don't know if did I bring this up on the last show? I don't think so. I think I just got these this week. The Vance Projects Dinobots.
No, you did not.
I went back because I had been fucking those off. I was like, no, I don't want. They're too small. Blah blah blah, and all of that stuff. But after seeing Grimlock, I was like, oh, I gotta have them. And it's funny because I saw Grimlock at TFCon, and I was still like, I'm not going in on this shit. Only thing I intended on getting were the female Raptors. But those recent pictures they released on the Grimlock with him sitting on the throne and all that, I was like, oh, I'm all in. I'm all in. So I immediately went on the groups, and actually, big ups to Greg for Mercy, man, because Greg, I sent like the bat signal. I said, hey, I'm looking for these, and Greg came across a guy that was actually selling the set, and I think Greg said he was going to get them for himself, but he knew I was looking for him. So he hit the guy up, and then he hit me up with it. I hit the guy, man, and made the deal, and the deal was too sweet, bro. Like, too sweet. Like, I think I got all three for $200 even. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, and I love them, too. Except for the fucking, the swoop.
That swoop that's about waist high on the other ones?
Now, I like him in his robot mode, but oh my God, that pterodactyl mode, oh my God, it's troublesome, buddy. That thing is just not quite. That thing is not quite right, bro. But it doesn't even matter because I love them. They're great, man. I cannot wait to complete the set. Fucking Cubrar, however you say his name. He's definitely the best one by far.
That one's which one? Sludge?
The Triceratops.
Oh, Slag.
Yeah, he's definitely the best one by far. And you know what? Fans Project just needs to do their own thing. And I hear what everybody's saying about Fans Project, but they don't put out bad figures. They're not scaling up. Is all it is. Because I thought these guys were a lot smaller than they are. They're not the tiniest. They fit right along with the other Fans Project stuff, man. So they're gonna back up my records.
They're like slightly taller than like an MP car, right?
They're a little bit taller than that, I think. I know they fit right along with the Rift Shot, Rico, and all of them. Yeah, so they're gonna. So for the time being, because I mean I got this whole Dinobot kick, right? And but it's not just like a regular Dinobot. It's more like, because you know they're more stylized. So I'm looking at it like an IDW type, Cybertronian type look, right? Not the Fall of Cybertron shit though, right? So I went back and got the Transformers, the Redemption, the little Dinobot. You read the comics at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Redemption little mag they did, and it talks about how the Dinobots were like, okay, so you got the Wreckers who are already special operations, but like the Dinobots are like Delta Force, like they go in on some shit, like, you know what I mean? They get dropped behind the line. They're like Chuck Norris and shit. So
special ops.
Yeah, like I mean for real. So I mean it's pretty cool, man. It's kind of a pressing read, but yeah, I'm running kind of long on that, right? So I got the Dinobots, picked up a few comics. I scored some 3A shit, some 3A Adventure Cartel, which I don't know how many listeners that we have like 3A stuff, or if you even know. Do you know anything about 3A?
Bits and pieces. Like I've seen some pieces of it. I don't know like their entire line.
It is the most. I'm telling you, bar none. It is the most. If you turn out to like it, because you're either gonna like 3A or you're gonna really hate 3A. You dig what I'm saying? And if you turn out to like it, 3A is the most addictive line, period, of any toy that I've ever collected. 3A is the most addictive, dude. I don't know, they call it the slippery slope, man, because I'm actually rebuilding my Transformer collection from the original Transformer collection, which I sold off to get into 3A. Maybe a year ago, almost 2 years now. I sold like all of my Transformers, Marvel, everything was going, dude. I had a crack habit. Like, like I was sucking dick for crack money, dude. It was terrible. I got that first 3A figure and it was on, bruh. So,
yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It looks like they got a bunch of different licenses. They got Halo, They got Marvel, they got Metal Gear Solid.
Now, I'm not.
What?
Go ahead.
So, what size are these things for us novices?
Okay, so the 3A thing is kind of wow, right? So all their licensed stuff is the 6-inch, the 12-inch stuff, right? And that I haven't gotten to the licensed stuff yet. I got the steampunk Batman on pre-order, and that'll be the first licensed figure I get from them. Because typically, either their licensed stuff is too far, it walks away. Well, concerning their Marvel and DC type stuff, that stuff walks away a little too far from the original character design. So like I can't really like the Iron Man was just hellacious. I couldn't get into that at all.
I'm looking at it right now, man. It looks like Iron Man's wearing a turtleneck.
Yeah, I couldn't get into. Now the guys who got them say they love them, but I could, especially for that price point, because their licensed stuff typically starts off around $200 or something. So I couldn't get into that. And they do have, for any of the listeners, they do have a few different licenses. Now, their most popular licensed stuff is the the Halo shit. Their Halo shit goes crazy. And they're also tied to 3-0, if you're familiar with them.
Yeah, like you brought it up on a different one, on a different podcast.
Yeah, 3-0 is doing, I'm not sure how, they have some kind of tie to 3-0. I'm not sure exactly how it is. 3-0 is doing like the 12-inch scale Ninja Turtles. They did the event fall Titan. What's that shit called? Titan event.
AE.
No. That Xbox game. You know what I'm saying?
Can't tell you. I can't tell you. I'm a PlayStation man.
Okay, by the time this podcast is up, the picture will be right here where we're talking right now. That fucking thing. As a matter of fact, I was in South Carolina a few weeks ago visiting with Jason Brett from Get Right Robot and his wife Mo. Shout out to them. Shout out to Morgan and Jason, man. They're dealing with some stuff, man. Those are my favorite people right there. I love them, man. He took me around to some comic shops there in the Myrtle Beach area. And this one guy's shop, dude, he had that fucking... It's Titanfall. Titanfall, as a matter of fact. He had the Titanfall. If you get a chance to Google, just, man, that shit is fucking ridiculous. And it goes from anywhere between $300 to $400 something, I think it is. And it's, I think that thing is larger than 12. I think it's like 18 to 20 inches tall. It's got the pilot and everything like that. That thing is crazy. Working, like, it's insane. It's insane. Their license stuff is insane and it's expensive. They also did a lot of Metal Gear. They did the Metal Gear Solid shit, the machine things, the T-Rex thing, and the other shit. They did that as well. Those pieces are crazy. I tend to spend more time with their with Ashley Wood stuff. He has a line based off his Pop comic books. The Tomorrow Kings and the World War Robot and the Adventure. Okay, so Adventure Cartel. I know I'm running all along with this. Adventure Cartel centers around a zombie world, right? It was like all these zombies and shit. Because you got zombies versus robots. It's another one is robots. Another one of his little story arcs, right? And Adventure Cartel is his crew, and Jesus, who's called Fighting JC. Jesus comes back to life to whoop zombie ass, and he has his crew called the Adventure Cartel. And I'm just now starting in on those guys. The ones I got coming is the Tommy Mission and the Little Shadow. So it's the on the run version, man. It's just if you get a chance, go to World of 3A. It's some of the most stylized shit you'll ever see, man. It's the guy Ashley Wood. He's a renowned artist. Some people like his style, some people don't. But he's done a lot of the Metal Gear Solid artwork just to call some memory that might be familiar to people. It's insane. That's all I can say. Well, I can say a lot more, but that's the quickest way I can close it down. It's insane. And your scales range from 6-inch figures, which are the action portable, to full blast 12-inch figures, which are the 1/6 scale. And the detail work, it's just insane, man. You know the huh?
I'm looking at these. No, I was gonna say I'm looking at these Ninja Turtle ones right now from the first movie,
and
it looks like they literally walked off the screen.
Yeah, that's the 3-0 shit. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-0. Like if you were into Ninja Turtles, yeah, you might want to look these up. These things are spot on.
I wanted to get them, but that price point. Well, I don't think those are too bad. I think it was like $150 something or something like that per. But they are.
I'm just looking at gallery images.
Yeah, I think those things are awesome, dude. I mean, they are awesome. They are fucking awesome, dude.
25 points of articulation.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
$230 each. That's what they got them listed at.
$230?
Yep.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason why I wasn't going to be able to go with those shits. Those things, they're beautiful, dude. I can't see doing that. Oh, and while talking about 3A, man, big ups to Crystal J. Vaughn. She came on as one of their designers as well, and she's done work with like I don't correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, because I know I'm fucking wrong, but she's got a really long resume, man, and she did work for like video game design for like Xbox and shit. Like she's done so much shit, and so she came into the 3A world, and now she's got her own line with them as well. A couple of her figures have come out that I want as well, and I don't want to misquote or misname anything, but she has some really. I'll put this shit in the show notes. I'll put some pictures up on the podcast. She has some really dope shit, and she's in my Braves Toy Review group, and she watches my reviews and even supports the. Oh, hey, she's our one female listener. Oh, I'm so sorry, Crystal.
She was our one female listener.
Nah, man, she loves the shit that I be saying. She thinks I'm fucking crazy. She's super cool. For someone that I have not met face to face, but only got the chance to message with, she's a really dope person. Because I'm working hard to get into this whole toy design thing, and I messaged her like maybe it's been about a year. I messaged her when she first introduced herself as one of the new designs for 3A. And I was just asking her some questions about getting into toy design and stuff. And man, she She sat on the PM with me and went back and forth and gave me information, read her resume down to me, told me what I need to get into as far as school and the direction and all of that shit, man. So she's an awesome person in my book, bro.
Yeah, that is fantastic. See, listeners, you could be constructive and creative and help one another out.
Yeah, you don't just have to be assholes. Which I have no problem with the assholes. Just don't disrespect anyone's family. I think that's just a bit too far.
Yeah,
that's just a bit.
I'm done talking. I don't even want to pay this guy any more money.
You want to pay the guy no more money? No, we kind of don't have anything to talk about. So, man, what do you think about that fucking gravity builder pic that we put up on the wall? First of all, 4,000 views almost. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, man, I was surprised. So thank you, everybody who's listening. We've had over 4,000 page views, and we published the page, like a week and a half ago?
Yeah, that's fucking insane. Now, if those 4,000 views can transfer over to subscriptions and likes, subscribe.
I was about to say, can we at least just get a like from you guys?
Yeah, can the motherfucker get a like? That would be so good. But I was amazed by it because I didn't even know. Mike was like, you saw the message, right? He was like, almost 4,000 views? Shit. And I was like, what are you talking about? As a matter of fact, in my mind, I was like, hey, what page is he on?
I know it's not our page. There's no way.
That is pretty fucking dope, man. That's pretty fucking dope. That thing is looking fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
That thing is
fucking Yeah, so shout out and thank you to everybody who's dropped by. But yeah, hit us up with a like.
Yeah.
Let us know you're there.
Yeah. Let us know you alive. Let us know what you think. Hit us up on the pages, as a matter of fact. We'll converse with you and shit. Hey, this is the perfect time to talk about that whole deal with the picture submitting.
Yeah, that is. Like, do you want to break it down or you want me to do it?
Go ahead, Brad. Go ahead.
Okay, so just kind of brainstorming and just a way for us really to interact and kind of communicate with those who, should show us some love and listen to us each week. So what you can do is you can send us pictures of your collections, your hauls, your shelves, however you want to show it off. And in the YouTube video, Brave will hook it up and actually post the pictures inside of the podcast.
Yeah, it won't be a thing where we wait to the end or some shit where we'll actually post your, because there are dark spots throughout the show where it's just a logo. So we got plenty of space to post your pics and put them shits up. So yeah, but no bullshit pics though on your rug.
Yeah, no dirty carpet, no bed with no sheets on it.
I'm the only person that can post a pic with dog piss on the carpet. Just me.
You seen that picture of that new Megatron that showed up?
Did you see that post I did and everybody jumped in off the top?
No, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god! This shit always happens to me, but like I said in the message, I be going so fast, doing so much, and I'm trying to hit everything. So that Ultimetal pic came up, and but that shit looks just like the fucking Make Toys fucking Megatron, dude.
Oh, so you called it Make Toys on?
I put it up, and I was like, well, okay, I put it up once. And I didn't put up anything, I just put the picture up. Because I thought it was cool, so I wanted to share it right quick for anybody who hadn't seen it yet. Because I think it just came out. And I was like, the caption was like, yeah, I lifted this off of somebody, can't remember who, but it's well worth it. Shout out to you or whatever the case is. I couldn't remember who it was. And then, of course, Joe, big up to Joe, came in talking about how, for whatever reason, he couldn't see it. I don't think Joe's in many groups or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. But he couldn't see it. So I downloaded the picture, reposted the picture, and at this point I was trying to get back into my editing of my fucking reviews. So I threw the picture back up, and I was like, another Megatron. Why? Because Make Toys got you. Because they look like that fucking Make Toys Megatron. And and I think at some point that night Brandon hit me up, and he was like, "Dude, take it down." He was like, take it down, they're going to get you. He's like, they're all over you, man, take it down. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so I went to the pic, because I totally forgotten about the shit. I went to the pic, and fucking a number of conversation, a number of posts were going on saying that. It says, like, as a matter of fact, who is it? Justin came in. He's like, "LOL, this is great." It says Ultimetal on the card. I didn't see the fucking card. Transformer fans, Transformer collectors don't fucking read. You know.
All right. So you don't know Ultimetal from Make Toys. You don't know
Dude,
Thundercracker from Skyward.
Look at that fucking picture, man, and then look at that fucking Make Toys picture, and tell me that, because all we got is the Make Toys drawn. So tell me that shit didn't look like the fuck, because it was nothing next to it for scale. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, other than the card that said Ultimetal. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing next to it for scale. I just knew that was that motherfucking shit. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm in on this. This looks awesome. This looks great. Make Toys has done it.
Dude, I'm looking at this thing right now, and it looks like it's ribbed for your pleasure.
That thing is fuck. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? Because a lot of people don't like it.
I mean, it's definitely got a little bit of the IDW aesthetic to it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a big old body with a little head. But
wait, you talking Make Toys right now or Ultimetal?
I'm talking the Ultimetal.
All right, go.
Like, I mean, it's all like, if that's your thing. Like, I like my Transformers, you know, to actually
transform, right? Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you were going to use this, like if you had this one and the Prime, like, they'd make cool bookends, or, you know, somewhere not with your proper collection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, how much is this thing going to cost?
It's just like $1,000 something, bro.
It's that much?
Yeah. Fucking Brian Marshall got for the Prime Ultimetal. I think he got 2 of them bitches. I think he got 2 of them because he buys 2 of everything. And that shit was like $1,000 something, bro. It might be a little more than that, but it's definitely not less than that. And there's
bought that?
My bud Brian Marshall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, I got some investments for you.
Hey, you know, God bless Brian, man. God bless him, because that's just his thing, dude. We call him Brian 2 times. He got to have 2 of everything, and it's got to be poly-wrapped. But oh, man. Hey, he's Brian 2 times to the core. If you ask him any day, who's his favorite reviewers? Bobby Skullface and Bray. That's it. You know, everything is in 2s with him. But man, he bought that shit, and we were checking it out at TFCon. Matter of fact, we had it on display at Brandon's TCP setup at TFCon, and people were walking by. They were all amazed by it, but I just kept looking at it, and I was like, $1,000? I think not.
So how tall is this thing?
It's fucking big. You know what? I've been wondering if it's around the size of that KO MP10. Because that KO MP10 is, what, 2 times the size of the regular MP10?
I'm trying to think. I saw it next to, what did I see? Oh, I saw a photo of it next to the Generations Metroplex, and his head was up in his armpit. So, yeah, it's probably twice the size.
Yeah, it's about, you know what? It's about the size of Metroplex. It's right there somewhere, maybe a little bit taller, maybe a little bit shorter, but it's right there. And he's heavy as hell. Like, it comes with a stand, and you have to bolt it. It's like a little screw fixture that goes into him to hold him on it. Because if that shit's on a high shelf, as a matter of fact, this was our running joke. If that shit falls off the shelf onto your head, you are out. It's done. It's a wrap. It's over.
That shit small child. Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, a tall older child, a man. You will suffer more than a concussion. Seriously, that piece is no joke, bruh.
So is this the same company that's doing those giant like movie statues too? That are like 2 feet tall, 2.5 feet tall, that light up.
I can't speak on that. I know the statue you're talking about, but I don't have any information on them though. Other than what I heard on like the Shattercast podcast.
Yeah, it's just one of those novelty things, man. Like, that's cool if that's what you're into, but
I'm not into.
That's not for me.
Yeah, $1,000 is a lot of figures. I know. That's a lot of fucking.
Yeah, you could pay for my January list for $1,000.
That's a lot of figures right there, bro. I can't, for one that don't transform. No, not for the kid. Not for the kid at all. But I would love to see the person. As a matter of fact, didn't TJ Duck, he got one. He had got an MP10 and did the MP10. He had got the Ultimate and did a review on it back in the day. I think he's one of the first reviews on that shit, if not the only review at the time. I don't know. But
mental note. I'll have to go look that up later.
Yeah. And you know what? Big ups to TJ, man. Because while everybody was fucking trying to roast me up in that in that comment, TJ was like, "Hey, man, it's not a big deal." And like, you know me, I don't give a fuck. I fuck up all the time. Like I'm good at that shit. You know, I'm good at fucking up. Straight up and down. But I'm so awesome it doesn't matter, and I'm still humble when I do it. So, but yeah, TJ was like, you know, don't worry about that shit. Doesn't matter, dude. Blah 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 blah. So that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. But yeah, that thing is that thing is a monster. Hey, what are your thoughts on this? Did we talk about the whole, was it the Hellfire and all of that?
You talking the battle of the fire trucks?
Yeah.
Man, I did my pre-order. I paid for Grapple already, right? Okay. For the MakeToys.com exclusive.
Okay.
So I'm in for that one. But like who else is doing it? DX9's doing one, and
Make Toys.
Is it DX9?
DX9. Is it Make Toys? I think it's Make Toys.
Well, I think they're doing, or no, Make Toys is doing one because they got Grapple and Inferno.
Yeah, X-Transbots is doing one.
X-Transbots is doing one, and they're doing the repaint of the Art Fire. And there's one other one. There's 3 companies. I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna check Grapple out when he comes. Hopefully, he'll ship soon. Depending on how that goes, like, I kind of want to grab one of each mold. You know
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
So you can have like one, a different transformation or a different kind of aesthetic, but they look close enough. Like that's kind of what I plan on doing with my Scourges too, until that three pack news broke this last week.
That 3-pack thing hurt my heart because I don't want to buy any more of the X-Transbots Scourges, but I do want that little Starscream. I want the accessories that come with them. I do want that.
Man, you know what though? Like I was looking at those wings. Like even if you just get that kit, man, I don't think it's going to fit on the existing Scourge.
Why do you say that?
I think
they're making it for that though, isn't it?
What was that?
But isn't that what it's made for? Because those new the 3-packers are going to be any different, right? As far as the mold, right?
No, I think it is. I think the sculpting on the wings of the one is different, and that's why those things are able to hook onto it. Because like once those pictures kind of hit, like I started looking at, because I have the X-Transbots one, and I was looking at it to see like if he had holes in the back of his shoulders or where they could peg in at. But if you look at that photo, it looks like there's some remolding on the insides of the wings. Which I think that is key style. Where nope, sorry, it's not going to work on this one. You got to buy another.
Yeah, you got to buy. Nah, yeah, I can see that now that you mention it. Now, go ahead.
Because I was just going to say I wish they sold it as a 2-pack and then as a single. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I really don't want 3 more of these things. And like my original plan was to get, one X-Transbots, 1 Fans Toys, 1 DX9. Yeah. That way they all. Like, it's all the same character, but the transformation was different, or maybe the aesthetics are just different enough to kind of make them unique. So, like, far away, they look the same, but when you get up on them, you can see the individual characteristics. But yeah, I got to reevaluate now, man.
I got 2 X-Transbots, and I do not want not one more. I don't want. much like yourself, my thoughts was to get the Fast Toys one to be my whatever the fuck his name is, but my Scourge. They had two was my sweeps.
Yep.
I don't know, man. But what if? Okay, let me put this out there. What if the ones that are coming out have improvements over the ones that we already have?
Like what kind of improvements would you want to see on it?
Well, for one, I don't want the wings to cut me when I transform it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm tired of getting cut. I'm tired of getting, man, that review was hard business, bro. Like, and then I had, so after that, like washing my face and brushing my teeth and gargling and all the other things you have to do with your hands, and it was just burning. I was like, immediately after the review, I went and doused my hands in alcohol. I was like, oh God, oh, it was painful, dude. Yeah, it was pretty
No,
painful.
I was gonna say like, I guess the only thing I'd really like to see him improve on would be the feet, but I really don't know how. Well, I guess if they're remolding for the wings, they can possibly remold the feet.
What about,
I mean,
okay,
like,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
like, no, I was gonna say like, I literally watched a guy split his calf in half because he just kept forcing it, just trying to cram it through.
Yeah, that leg situation is tough business.
Yeah,
they could definitely
which is tough to swallow. I mean, if you're spending $160 and the calf splits on you,
that's not $160 figure either, man.
Nah, it doesn't feel like $160.
It doesn't feel like it. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't smell like it. Nothing. I think. Oh man, I don't want to go over old conversations we already had, but something has to be done in this third party industry with this new price point. It just doesn't make any sense. And sadly, the only thing that we can do about that is voice our opinion with our dollars, but I don't think anyone's going to do that shit.
Okay, so besides Scourge, who has felt overpriced in your hands?
Who hasn't felt overpriced in my hands? Definitely fucking Sun Surge. He felt overpriced. He was wildly overpriced.
Okay, hey, hang on.
Okay.
But before you go to the next one, what don't you like about him, or what makes it feel like he's overpriced?
I don't dislike the Sun Surge. I like the figure. I like the figure a lot. But when you when you get to the point where you're talking about 100, how much was he? Like 120? What was he? 100 or 120?
$95.
90. Okay, so $100 after a little more than that after shipping and everything like that. If you didn't buy anything else with it. So let's just say $100, right? It should feel, there should be some weight there. You shouldn't feel like the plastic is going to snap if you flex it too hard. You should be able to put it down, put a piece of paper under it, put it down, and take that ghetto fan and turn that bitch on high speed, on high power, and the fucking toy shouldn't fly anywhere. You know, like, Fans Toys set the precedence, and I hate to have to go to it. I hate to have to be the groupie, but Fans Toys set a high precedence with fucking Grenadier.
Okay. So who else? So before we get to that piece, who else have you picked up recently that feels overpriced?
Let's see. Everything I got, that Computron set.
Stop it.
That Computron set, overpriced. Fucking KFC. Anything from KFC is overpriced. Anything from KFC on their masterpiece line, overpriced. Fucking, you know who I will say? This is going to be a hard one. Apollyon. Apollyon is overpriced in that you can't transform him, in that the paint flakes off of him. But for what he is, and for everything that went into it, packaging, the accessories, it doesn't feel regrettable. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel regrettable. Everything from Mastermind Creations, overpriced. Definitely overpriced. And I would say they are one of the biggest. They are one of the biggest offenders.
Hang on. So you're telling me Sphinx is overpriced?
No. Not their masterpiece line. Not Sphinx. Sphinx is dead on. If you're gonna charge that much, it should feel like Sphinx. It should feel like fucking Gundog. It should feel like fucking Grenadier. You know what I'm saying? That those figures feel like their weight. But when you put Sphinx next to fucking Spartan, that's not the same. When you put Sphinx next to fucking Comatose, it's not, you know, it's not the same, man. It's not the same, dude. And don't even get started on fucking that That sniper gun deal guy.
Yeah, that one's a little much.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
so what about Feral Rex? There's no die cast in him.
yeah, but look at the presentation when you got not even talking about the complete set. Look at the and when you talk Feral Rex, you're talking everyone's fucking trophy piece on this shelf. Look at the presentation of those figures as they came to you individually. So yeah, let me correct that. Let me correct that real quick because I did say Mastermind Creations all the way, didn't I? No,
Yeah,
Feral Rex he feels right. Fucking Hexatron feels right. He's another one that feels right. I just think that those smaller figures that Mastermind did not feel right for that price point, and I think they just did it because they knew they could.
Okay. So what figures have felt worth their value to you?
Carrie, definitely. Sphinx.
See, I'll argue with you on Carrie.
Let's get it.
No.
Wait, hold on. Hey, Mike, what you think about Carrie? Now you know. All right, go ahead.
Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Thanks for chiming in, Mike. What do you think about Carrie?
All right. Well, okay. I had some issues with mine. Like, he came out of the box. Like, the paint job was super sloppy on the fin.
Mm-hmm.
I had a chipped nose. Literally, like, a chip on his nose.
Oh.
It was just gone.
Not a chip on
right?
his nose.
And that was the thing, man. I dropped, like, what was he, $150?
Yeah, he was damn near $160.
So, like, and I was expecting a lot out of him. Because, like, at the time, like, I was still trying to hunt down, like, a version 2 of the Takara.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like that style, that kind of Studio Ox design kind of look to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if it was, like, my expectations were too high. But it was like, I was expecting a lot from this guy. And then when I got him and the paint was sloppy, missing half of his nose, had like a Michael Jackson nose job.
Oh,
like
he took it to the mic. He took it to the mic, Jack.
Okay.
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, I mean the paint was off, and you're missing half a nose. Like, what else?
I would be upset about that as well. But I didn't have any issues. I mean, other than that, everybody had the issue with the top of the trailer, the wing part, where the paint kind of scraped up a lot. And I think that was more so the choice of paint curing to that plastic and the choice of plastic they used there. But I didn't have any... So I reviewed the test shot. The test shot was dope. I was sold on it from there. And then my actual in-hand production run version, I was happy with them. The only thing, there was one drawback, and this will probably surprise you. There was one drawback to the Carrie release that made me feel like, okay, this ain't no motherfucking $150, $160. Do you want to guess what that was?
Size.
Of Carrie?
Yeah, when he was in his vehicle mode?
Nah. I mean, kind of expected that. Like, I wasn't... A lot of people had beef with that. I didn't trip over that. I didn't trip over that because you got to look at... The only way that... For that vehicle mode, you know how it goes. For that vehicle mode to match up, it would have had to have been way... That figure would have been huge. The way they went about the transformation. So, no, it wasn't that. Want to guess again?
Nah, go ahead.
It was the fucking packaging.
Yeah.
I mean, not the artwork, but the size. Okay, here's size. The size of the packaging. It was... Oh, man, that was so depressing. And the way when you opened it up, the gun was just laid over the top like that, the Target Master.
Yep.
Oh, that irritated me. Who was it that sent me a picture of that when they first got it in? I can't remember who it was, but that irritated me so bad, man. I was so upset about that. I wanted my money back at that point. That packaging really upset me.
Actually, I was going to say that's one of the few figures I actually sent back.
Really? Well, you had to, though. He had no fucking nose. He couldn't breathe.
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't want this. And at the time, they were like, it immediately sold out.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, we'll give you a store credit. I'm like, all right.
So did you get another one or what?
No, I never got another one.
Oh, my man.
I wasn't impressed, man. Like,
brother, you got to get one, brother.
I have my MP9 now, my Takara. He's good.
No, he's not. Come on. What about Terra? You going in on Terra?
No, I'm good. I got a Nemesis Rodimus 9. I'm good.
Which I mean, I got that rod, that MPO9 too. But come on, brother.
I don't like that Terror, man. That thing looks like the old Titanium series Menasor.
What do you have against titanium people?
I've never met one. I don't know, but that Titanium line was terrible.
Are you going in on Xerxes?
I don't speak third party. Who is that?
The Perfect Effect Leonidas repaint.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Oh, I'm all over that shit.
Are you serious?
Oh, man, I love that figure. So, I do not care for repaints. There are very few times where I'll go in on a repaint, but that figure still remains to be one of my favorites. And I don't even really fuck with it, but I love that figure, dude. I love that figure. Oh man, and I hate Beast. I hate Beast Wars. Oh god, I hate Beast Wars. But I love that figure, dude. I don't know. I don't know if it's just Perfect Effect. I don't know if it's just that figure is marvelous to me, man. So Xerxes, yes, and I can't wait to display them both in the same shelf.
I just I mean, it's a cool looking figure. Like, I handled one. Like, it's awesome. And like, did you see that picture that Lenny posted?
Are you laying in the bed right now, like under the pillow or something?
No, I'm not.
Are you laying there with your shirt open, rubbing your chest while you're talking?
No.
Because I'm getting some ruffling.
No.
What were you saying now?
No, I was gonna say it's this chair I got in my home office, man. I lean back. It's got a leather, like a fake leather on it. It makes noise. No, what I was saying was like it's an awesome figure. Like, the posability is amazing.
Yeah.
Like that shot that Lenny did. So shout out to Lenny.
Decepticon.
Like that picture he did, that HD one. Like was.
Oh yeah. Like,
that's
a really dope.
Like him running in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna. I told him, but I actually went around and I switched all the computers in my office and I made that the background.
That's dope. Now, that's the ultimate compliment right there.
So yeah, I mean, that photo was amazing.
Figure, man, he's just, man. The paint is just right. This is so stylized. It's a phenomenal figure, man. If they never do anything else in that line again, that figure is just phenomenal. I wouldn't want them to do anything else other than that repaint.
Well, I was gonna say, how many repaints do you think we're gonna get out of that thing?
I should hope not anymore. I should hope no more, because that figure and then the repaint, they go perfect together. I don't think they need to do anything else.
You don't think we're gonna get a Nemesis repaint?
Well, I thought Xerxes was a Nemesis repaint.
Nah, he's got like blue and red in him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a little bit of red in there. I assumed that he was the Nemesis repaint.
I was saying, well, I guess the Nemesis Prime had the red windows, right? But I was talking more like black, turquoise, and purple.
I don't know. I don't know about that. You know what? If they did that, I would kind of be upset. They didn't do that with fucking dropping the F-bomb quite a lot tonight. They didn't do that with Warren, did they?
No, just the one, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. That I don't think they've set a precedent for doing a lot of repaints. Well, except for with their RC mode they did, where they did RC, did the different colors of her, and then they did the Arachnia version. But other than that, I don't think they've done I don't think they've been too repaint crazy. That's been left more so for X-Transbots and Mastermind Creations.
Fans toys, come on now.
Oh yeah, fans toys.
All those Dinobots.
So getting back to the fire trucks, which one do you like the most so far?
I got Grapple Man. I keep looking at Inferno, but I think I'm really gonna wait for another company.
I'm not getting their Inferno. I will not get that Grapple looks the wrestle. He looks great. He looks cool, but it's just something that's a little bit too plain about it. I don't know. And looking at, and I'm surprised by this, but looking at KFC's, the X-Transbot one. Is it X-Transbot or is it KFC? It's X-Transbot, right?
Yeah, it's X-Transbot.
Yeah, looking at that, is that a Diaclone repaint they're doing?
Yeah, the Art Fire one. That was what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like, with the white front on it.
Yeah, I like that.
Fire truck.
I like
the
that.
Target Master. Yeah. Well, see, and
not the Target
that's
Master.
kind of the thing.
I like the Target Master.
Yeah, and I've been on a Diaclone kick lately, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we've all been on it. No, speak to it though, Tyler. Speak to it.
Well, no, I mean, I think he'll go in because like I said, I've been on a Diaclone kick, man.
Mm-hmm.
Between Diastat Commander, Road Rage, the Blue Streak, Tiger Track, Clamp Down, the Black Ironhide, like it's just like it's coming further and further and further along.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna keep getting these kind of throwback to the Diaclone colors, especially from the third party. But I mean, like that photo is spot on, man. Like the chrome on the bumpers, like just the attention to detail. And I know it's just like the rendering or whatever, but I mean, if they can get like half to 3/4 of the detail that's in that thing actually on the figure, man, like I'm in.
If Keith would step it up with with the materials, man, he would run the game, dude. he would be the fans' toys because he's actually producing all of this shit, right? And to give it the right material, the quality, oh man, it would be insane.
That's saying a lot, man. You're telling me he's going to dethrone fans' toys or make toys?
Well,
I put both of those companies in front of him.
No, they are. They clearly are. But here's the deal. Keith has the ability to crank these fucking figures out. He was the first person to give us the fucking Ultra Magnus. You know what I'm saying? So he has the ability to crank these figures out, and he's cranking the figures out. And the designs, if you go purely off the design, like you look at the Blaster, right? That design is awesome. The engineering is awesome. Where it falls apart is the shoddy ass material, and then of course the cheap paints that just don't seem to cure to the plastic at all. Man, if Keith was to step up that fucking material, dude, and obviously he doesn't have to because people are still buying it. But boy, if he would, man.
So Keith, if you're listening, Brave is available as a consultant. Give him a part-time job.
Just pay me in figures. Just pay me in figures.
Well, I think that's one reason, like why he's able to turn this stuff out so fast, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's not allowing enough cure time for the paint. You know what I mean? Or maybe he's buying a cheaper plastic so he can keep stuff coming off the line.
Yeah, I go with that one. I was talking to someone about his plastic choices and why he goes along with it. Now it made perfect sense with Andros. I understand why they did it there, right? But there's just no excuses you can make for them because every single one of their figures comes out with feeling like fucking air. Like, well,
I mean, even that Andros, like, can you at least wipe it down before you put it in the box?
Yeah, but that's the plastic making it shiny like that.
No, I'm talking the cocaine residue that was.
Oh, you had a little cocaine on there. Somebody was doing a line off your Andros before they put it in the box.
Man, I was waiting for somebody to show up and wipe it down and then go back and dehydrate it and get the coke out of it. Pablo Escobar was gonna pop up.
Yeah, kick your door in and take off. He's got like a fucking Cadillac outside, convertible Cadillac outside with like boxes and boxes of Andros that he's taking from people, and he's taking it down to the factory that pull all the cocaine out of it and shit. That's funny, man. I don't know, man. I don't know why they won't step it up. Obviously they don't have to. I just really wish they would, bro. I really wish they would, man. What figure do you want to see made, man?
Like what's coming out right now, or what do I want, like on my wish list?
What do you want? Like, well, okay, let me do this because we're not just Transformers. I know we talk Transformers all day. We're not just Transformers. Like, what from it? Just I don't give a shit what cartoon is from, what show it's from. It's probably going to be Transformers, I know, but still, I was going to throw that out there. What do you want to see made?
Damn, man.
Official, unofficial, whatever. What do you want? What would fucking, if you saw it today, if it came up on the Toy Art website or it flooded the Facebook, you know what I'm saying? The Googles, the intertweets, it would make your head just explode. What figure would that be?
So do you want to go on topic Transformers, or do you want to go off topic, or both?
Let's go both.
Transformers, I would like to see. Man, I know what Mike would say. Mike wants a proper Omega Supreme, right? In a third party.
Well,
so.
you know.
He's gonna hate us when he hears this shit.
Man, Mike know we love him, man. That's the homie, man. As a matter, we trying to keep him in the show. We representing for him right now.
What you get for taking a nap? Not answering the phone, Mike.
That man be working hard, dude.
I would like to say, well, there's so many like immediate ones that come to mind, right? Like Jazz, Cliff Jumper, whatever. But I mean, I would really like to see like a properly sized Trypticon.
Trypticon, that would be nice.
Yeah, I'm talking like make toys, like as big as Utopia, as big as whatever that Scorponok that's coming out, whatever his third party name is.
Pandem, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Like I want to see a 2.5 foot tall Trypticon.
Well, before we get off of that, I mean, you don't think that's in the pipeline for Make Toys?
I would be surprised if it wasn't.
Yeah, because they're on a Citybot run.
But I mean, if they did Metroplex, they're doing Scorponok. Like you would think that they would have a Fort Max and a Trypticon like coming next.
I want to see a fucking Fort Max. Oh, I want to see a Fort. That's not my list. I'm just throwing it out there since you mentioned it.
All right, so what's your Transformer, man? And what company would you like to see it from?
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, wait, you named the company too, didn't you?
What was that?
So
I said Make Toys.
Okay. All right. I was finna say. All right. So obviously, it's going to be either Make Toys or Fans Toys, right?
See, it's not as easy as you thought it was.
Well, you know why? Because so much stuff is coming out, and I've said Trailbreaker so many times. I don't want to say Trailbreaker, and I don't want to say Cliff Jumper because those are no brainers. I don't understand why we haven't gotten those yet, so I don't want to say those. You know what? Primus, and so it would have to be from Make Toys or Fans Toys. But I would love to see them do a Primus.
Could you imagine a die-cast one like the size of like a beach ball?
Oh man, it would be so dope. No one would be able to afford it.
It'd be 40 pounds of die-cast in that thing.
No one could afford it, dude. and I'll second that with a B list because I got to, and throw in a Masterpiece Fembot, like say a RC or something like that, or a Alita One. Man, okay, so just picture one of those companies doing fucking Primus, dude, and a Unicron. Okay, cool, but fucking Primus. Oh, that would be so fucking sweet. I would love that. But is that realistic? Are we going for realistic goals right now?
No, this is hope and dream.
Okay, yeah, I'm dreaming for Primus. Okay, fuck it. Top, give me three, cause you got one. Give me two more. How about that? Cause I got another one.
So we're sticking to hopes and dreams.
Yeah, hopes and dreams.
I want a proper Unicron.
Oh, good. So I can save that saves a slot for me. All right.
So, like, seriously, like, how big can we make this thing? Like, when you go to like Toys R Us or Target and you see these Ninja Turtles and these Darth Vaders that are like 3.5, 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
Let's get one that size.
Oh, that would be dope, but we would never. How the fuck would they ship that shit? Well, you know what? Okay, if they make it that big, would you be okay with them limiting the diecast?
Yeah, if it's that big, like just put it like in the feet to help it stand up. Like I'm good. Like just make it like heavy duty plastic. You know what I mean? So like a Make Toys or a Fans Toys type plastic. I'm good.
And Fans Toys did that shit would weigh probably like about 45 pounds.
I'm good with it.
So right now we got, you said Unicron and Trypticon. What's your third? Are you dragging a body right now? What are you doing?
Man. No, I had an exhale, man. You're asking me some tough ones.
Hey, these are the questions that move the world.
I'm trying to think, man. I guess if we're going third party, like I'd really like to see a proper Deathsaurus.
Ah, that would be cool. A real Deathosaurus?
Yep. I know, it's on a lot of fans' mind, but I mean, like, if we're getting into this Japanese stuff, if we're getting the Lio Kaiser parts, they did Star Saber. Like, give me a Deathsaurus, man.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And he was scared with Overlord, right?
Yeah, even an Overlord. Like
Overlord's coming though. Overlord's coming.
Yeah. We've seen photos, man.
He's
Until I see a box and and we see color prototypes.
Oh, negative Nancy. Not with that attitude, he's not going to make it.
You've been in this just as long as I have. Right?
Oh,
so
man.
Tell me where that Fans Toy Soundwave is. Tell me where that Warbitron Menosaur is. You know what I mean?
Oh, that Warbitron Menosaur is coming, though. You saw the pics of that?
No. The Warbitron one that was more the G1 style, not this transmission IDW.
No one ever okay, the Warbitron pics, the silhouette that came out, that was correct me if I'm wrong, but there was never anything more than a silhouette, right?
Well, there was like a CAD of it that surfaced, but like never. I don't ever remember seeing it.
Okay, with that being said, then I'm not. I may be corrected there then, but I do firmly believe that even though people are saying it's not, I do believe that this one is from the Warbitron design. Because what was that story that the Warbitron designers jumped ship, left, or some shit like that, and that's how it came to the new company.
Difference of opinion, and they split, and they went into Generation Toy and this Transmissions or whatever this other company is.
And what do you see coming? You see that I'm telling you, that Menosaur is the fruit of the loins of the Warbitron Menosaur silhouette that we saw earlier on. I really firmly believe it.
Are you good with that Menosaur though? Are you satisfied?
Oh yeah, you know what? I love the IDW stuff, man. I'm an IDW. Like I'm at a point where everybody likes the G1 MPs, but I want to see more IDW characters, but done at MP quality. I'm all in for that, man. Because here's the deal: you got to continue it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to continue without a fiction behind it. The G1 fiction is definitely dope, but how far can you go? And then you start you see Takara, who actually so Takara is making this point for me because Takara is going off of the G1 cartoon for the masterpieces, and they've barely done it. Now they've chugged out a few, and now they're stopping already and going into fucking Beast Wars, right? So we need some more fiction to produce more figures, and the IDW realm is perfect for that because where else are we getting like in-depth looks at these characters' personalities? You know, like going to the Transformer world other than IDW.
I was gonna say IDW, and then the Fall of Cybertron,
Cursed
Cybertron,
movies.
like the games, man.
Yeah,
that was pretty much it.
Yeah, so I mean, it would be cool to see a cartoon show come from the IDW stuff. Not that fucking Combiner Wars crap, but it would be cool to see a cartoon come from the IDW stuff to give us something to watch, or even some short animated movies. Like I don't understand why are we not getting that. I don't get that. I know we jumped all over the place now, but I don't get that, man.
Well, speaking of Combiner Wars and animation, whatever happened to that Machinima cartoon that they've been teasing for a year?
I think that's still in the works, from what I've seen. I think we still can look forward to that.
I mean, Combiner Wars is done now.
You're talking about the Combiner Wars Adult Swim version show?
Or wherever. I thought they were going to do webisodes on it.
Is it
webisodes?
I
mean, like, either way. I mean, Combiner Wars is done. We're getting ready to start Titan Wars. It's more of a crap.
I don't have a stomach for it. I don't.
Well, I mean, if you're a marketing, right, and, like, this is my business side coming out of, like, the business acumen side, right? I mean, if you're going to go through all the work to, produce that show, wouldn't you want it to run simultaneously with the toy line that it's featuring?
You would think so, but
boost sales. Or wait, I forgot. We're talking about Hasbro. Obviously, they don't put two and two together.
Well, you know what? We say that we fuck with them a lot, but I don't think they're thinking like that. Because for one, an animation. A cartoon animation, it takes some time to do. So you're talking about a year out before, at minimum, a year out before a season even airs. So, and that's just the work. Then we're talking about like the pre-production and all of that shit. So a cartoon season could be anywhere from 2 to 3 years before in the works before you actually get it. And I don't know that Combiner Wars was around that long as far as the work they put into it. It certainly doesn't look like it.
Not when you have 5 molds and you read
It certainly doesn't look like it. So I kind of understand why it is that we didn't see any animations or any cartoons come out alongside the toys. But then at the same time, another thing is, wait, how old are your kids? If you mind me
I
asking.
got well, actually, he'll be 11 next month. Yeah, so I got 11, 8, and little man will be 6 in April.
Okay, so you got the perfect age range. Okay,
Yep.
so how much of their TV show watching time, if at all, is dedicated to cartoons?
The majority of it. I mean, there's only a few shows that they really watch that are not cartoons.
So your kids aren't into that whole, you know how like you got the Disney Channel, and most of the shows on the Disney Channel are like the live action, which for a time frame, like for a certain period of time, like those live action shows like Hannah Montana type shit was taking over and taking time from cartoons. Because my kids, they watched cartoons, but they were all into that live action shit.
They got a couple live action things, like I said, Disney Channel, but like strange enough, dude, like my kids are into like Master Chef Junior, and like all kinds of stuff, man.
Well, see, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think that kids, in the same way that kids aren't really playing with like action, like boys. Let's do it with boys. In the same way that boys aren't really dealing with action figures the way they used to at our age or when we were kids. Mm-hmm. I don't see them like. I don't even see the networks producing cartoons in that way. Like they produce like, you know, the Phineas and this is probably outdated, but the Phineas and Ferb and all that silly ass shit. But as far as adventure cartoons that don't have anything to do with duels and card battles, you know.
Yeah. That's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really see those kind of shows anymore. Like when we were kids, you had your Transformers and your Thundercats and all of that crap, and the toys can't follow suit, and I don't see the kids giving a fuck about that because I don't see that being produced.
Well, man, yeah, it's funny you say that, man, because I'm having like flashbacks, right? Like I remember getting up like 6 o'clock on Saturday morning. You know what I mean? Like it was hard enough getting up at school. Saturday morning though, I was up at 6 o'clock because that's when cartoon started. You know what I mean? And you had that big old bowl of cereal, and you sat there from probably like 6 till 10 or 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's like you said, man, you got a Transformer, a G.I. Joe, a Thundercat, you know what I mean, and so on and so on. And then after that, it was boom, you're outside running the streets, playing basketball, riding bikes, doing whatever. But I mean, like, these kids now, and it's just like, you know, and now I feel like we're getting into a parenting conversation here.
Ah, that's all good. Go ahead.
But I mean, like, I almost feel like my kids, like, even now, like, really, like, the only toys they really ask, like, they're kind of in Transformers by default because I like Transformers, you know what I mean? So, like, they're in here checking out my stuff all the time. And, you know, my kids have asked for a couple of them, but, like, the bulk of their stuff, man, like, what they want is, like, Legos, you know what I mean? Like, other things, like, that are, like, to your point, like, they're really not action figure driven. Like, I don't remember the last time we went to a store and they wanted to go look at action figures, aside from, you know, like, my little guy is, like, really into superheroes, so, like, when, you know, there's a Spider-Man or a Batman or a Thor, like, somebody that he likes, but again, like, that's perfect, going back to your original point, like, he likes those characters because he's watching Avengers Assemble or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, he's watching, you know, the old, like, I actually have the Batman the Animated Series.
Yes,
like,
sir. That's on the shelf.
I like the complete box set. And they love that. And, like, now that, you know, they're starting to come out again, like, they're reissuing some of those figures and stuff, you know, they're asking for stuff for that. So I'm glad that they're putting that stuff back out so I can actually find it. But, you know, I guess I'm feeling like my kids are going to get cheated, but at the same time, I'm kind of sitting here thinking, like, did we really sit there and watch 30-minute commercials and then go out and buy everything that we saw on TV?
Yeah, I think we did.
So who's the sucker? Us or them?
Well, you know what? Their shit's more expensive. Well, technically, no matter how you look at it, we paid the price because we were the suckers when we were kids, and now we're the adults. We got to pay for the shit for our kids. So no matter what, we're taking it on the chin.
No, I was gonna say like that. That's my next thing. Like my kids are, like I'm trying to think like physical toys. It's really like Lego and a few things like that, but. Where they want to spend most of their time, it's in the video game realm.
Yeah, buddy.
And that's like where I got to put the squash on that stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you this question. Remember when you were young, right? And and I think for us it was different because video games weren't. I don't think they were as accessible when we were young at that young age. I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself. And I can't speak for everybody out there listening. All of our newly found listeners. But I don't remember video games being that accessible. I remember I got an Atari. What was it? Atari, whatever the fuck it was. And I was the first kid in my neighborhood to have an Atari. And had Pole Position and some other game called Stag or some shit. And kids would come, like all the kids in the neighborhood who didn't give a shit about me would come because they wanted to play the Atari. But even with that, after a certain period of time, that video game had to get put down. We had to break the toys out. You had to break the action figures out. You had to break out the fucking Rambo toys, the wrestling action figures, the mask. You had to break all that shit out, man. The Star Wars figures. Like, it was not a complete day if you didn't break toys out. But I look at my kids and, I mean, like it's just like you said, they mess with some stuff because I mess with some stuff. My oldest one he's into Star Wars, so he's a Star Wars fan. So you know he's got Star Wars figures that he doesn't mess with. He just got them like in the room and shit, right? And my youngest one, he's still, or my two youngest ones, they're heavily into action figures. They love the toys, but as they've gotten older, at 11 and 12. Speaking specifically about a 12-year-old, I don't think that he's really into the figures like that anymore. He'll come in my man cave every now and again. He'll pick up a figure and try to get something for free. But a couple of days later, I'll see that shit on the floor that's been chewed up by the dogs, and he don't give a fuck about it anymore. So, you know, and if there's a movie, I like a Captain America movie or something, then he wants a superhero. But other than that, they're not into it, man. I remember my oldest one being into one of those Beyblades. You remember that shit?
Oh yeah, like those little top things.
Oh man, we had Beyblades everywhere in the house. You couldn't walk in the house barefoot without stepping on a fucking Beyblade somewhere, man. He loved those things, dude. And but he didn't give a fuck about action figures. So, but is that because the media is not there? Because when we were young, the cartoon shows were driven by action. Those were action shows. You had the Rambo cartoon, the Jackie Chan cartoon, all of the hero cartoons. You know what I'm saying? And that was the lineup. Like you had the silly crap earlier off while the young kids were home, the Fraggle Rock and all that. Then at a certain point, you had all of the older kid, the Silver Hawks and all of that crap. You know, going into the afternoon. And we just don't have that anymore because now all the cartoons are silly ass cartoons, and you might get an Adult Swim cartoon later in the evening, but that's for us.
Mm. Well, I just think it kind of goes back to how just the world is changing and how we're actually, digesting media, right? Like I was trying to explain to my oldest son, Netflix hasn't been around that long. Like, you weren't able to watch whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I remember times, man, like, you missed that show and you were upset.
Yeah,
and,
buddy.
All your friends are talking about it, like, that Saturday. And it was the same thing. Like, you knew where everybody was because everybody's bikes were out on the front lawn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you go over there, and that's all anybody was talking about. And you missed it because you had to do something or clean a room or do whatever. But, like, now, the fact that we're just able to digest media, and then the fact that it's like these kids, like my oldest son's, like, I'll give him credit, like he saved up $300 from his tour money, and he bought himself an iPad. You know what I mean? Because that's what he wanted. But like that's like if I let him, like that's how he would consume all of his media, his video games, his Netflix, his Hulu, whatever. Like it's all from that one thing.
So we're dinosaurs.
And I even see it now, like you go into some of these stores and you're seeing, these video game based toys. Like I've seen this Minecraft stuff in stores, but I mean, I don't know if it's selling. I mean, I don't buy it. But I mean, like, is that where the future of this consumerism is going?
I think it is. I think you're going to see, and this might be a topic for another show as well, but I think you're going to see all of that shit just go away. And what you'll see in those stores is all that little Minecraft bullcrap, the little video game related things. Because look at the action figure section. It's getting smaller and smaller in the stores that they are in. And the stock is getting worse and worse. And that I find that to be problematic because I like going into a store and hunting down figures. It's one of the only reasons why I still collect Marvel Legends.
I know what you're saying, man. Like I got, I keep my eyes peeled for a few people, in the community that are like, hey, like even today, like Bobby, was asking me if I could find him a spider. When shout out to Bobby Skullface.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, I went into a store that's like not too far from my office, and when I went in, it's just like I've seen the same few Marvel Legends hanging on the pegs, which seems like weeks and weeks now.
Oh, dude, we got on the side note, we got Spider Gwen. That whole wave. I just did a review of it. As a matter of fact, we got Spider Gwen and all of them falling off the shelves. You need one for him?
No, he got one. Like,
oh,
he's
he got
good.
it. Okay.
Like he found everybody but that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure it's just like every other female in the line, right? You get one to a case.
No, she's Walmart's. Well, at least here in Georgia, Walmart's carrying that wave pretty heavy. I haven't seen it in Target or Toys R Us yet, and she's in there. They're doing end caps at my Walmart at least, and I can't. Cause I took one away for a buddy. I got myself one for a review. And there was still like 2 or 3 on the end cap. Hasbro with their Marvel line is seeming to get what the fuck am I saying? Hasbro with their Marvel line has seeming to I'm still fucking up. They're getting better. Shit, they're getting better with pushing those figures out as far as the Marvel Legends go. So you can actually, if you're patient, like not the guys that are running to get it first. I mean, if it's not in every state yet, you may not get it. But once it's kind of it's really in the rotation, they're getting really good with getting them on the shelves and actually putting out more than one female character per wave. So now, I'm sorry?
No, I was going to say, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I doubt they're producing more. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's kind of like one of those things that gets set year over year. You get X amount of waves per year, X amount of figures per wave, and in the production line we make 200,000 total, right? All waves included. Like, do you think that they're adding more, or do you think that it's the collectors are kind of falling by the wayside?
No, they're definitely adding more because since Hasbro had the Marvel Legends line, and they took it from Toy Biz, they would generally put out a wave, and in that wave you would be lucky if you got one female figure. That female figure would be an alternate. If you got 2 female figures, they would be the alternates, right? So you're either going to get one or you're going to get the other. It's one per case of either one of them. You know what I'm saying? And once that shit's gone, it's done. But I think they saw that they started selling. So ever since that wave came out with what was her name? Jean Grey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with how close you are with X-Men and shit like that. They did the Jean Grey, the way they had Jean Grey in it. That Jean Grey figure sold became very popular. The next wave out that came had what's her name? Emma Frost in it. That figure to date is one of the most rare figures from the more recent Marvel Legends lines. She goes for about $100 loose, and she was the only one in that wave. We were supposed to have gotten a what's her name? A rogue in that wave, but they nixed that. There were a number of other female figures that were supposed to come out around that same wave, and they nixed all of those. They came back out and they gave us the Storm wave. And in that Storm wave, the builder figure was Jubilee, who was also a female. And from there, every wave after that has had at minimum 2 female figures.
So do you think it's because they caught so much crap because there wasn't the Scarlett Johansson figure?
I can't say. Now I know once they did the Captain America line that the Scarlett Johansson Black Widow was in, when that set came out, she was short packed at first. And then they did a revision of the wave, and she was like stuffed in there, like she was falling off the shelves for a while, right? And just since then, you're getting female figures, dude. Like there's a Spider-Man wave that came out, and it had I want to say it had 2 to 3 females in it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the Spider-Man.
Huh?
Is that the wave you're talking about? I think there's two different Spider-Women in it.
There was 2 different waves, as a matter of fact. But you had the one that came with the Arachnid, then there was the Spider Girl, and then there was the Spider Woman. right? So that's 3 different, and you also had the Black Cat. So those are 2 waves, and in those 2 waves, you got 2 different female figures in both. Yeah, so they've been putting them out. They've been putting them out, and you're actually able to get to the store and get a Marvel Legend, because before you couldn't do that shit. You could wrap that up. You weren't finding a Marvel Legend on the shelves, not for the first few months.
Well, and kind of going back to my original question, like, do you think Hasbro's just producing more Marvel Legends? That's why you're finding it, or do you think the collectability or like that collector's market has kind of moved off of those things?
Nah, they're definitely producing more, to the point where, like, the Ant-Man wave, fucking shelves were, everybody thought the Ant-Man wave was going to be so hard to get, and everybody was going crazy for the bulldozer guy character. Well, Walmart had those shits falling off the shelf to the point whereas I'm now counting down from them being a TJ Maxx going for $8, because they're still on the shelves. Those last 3 waves are still on the shelves now because they were so oversold. You know, but
okay, so you think it's oversold, not dropping in popularity?
No, because you got to look at, you had the Captain America movie come out with the figure line, and then you had the Avengers movie come out, or was it the Ant-Man movie that came out next? Was it Ant-Man or Avengers? Age of Ultron.
Ant-Man came out first, then Avengers.
Yeah, so you had those 3 movies come out, and simultaneously you had the 3 waves come out to correspond with those movies, and they were all back to back. So all of those fucking waves were just stockpiled on the shelves. And typically in the past, a Walmart or a Target will only get 1 case, maybe 2 cases for that season, right? But now they get a case. They get multiple cases every week.
See, I guess I'm just not seeing it out here.
Where the fuck do you live at?
Vegas.
What? Are there any collectors in Vegas? Maybe you got some douchebag scalpers who are running around taking all the shit off the shelves.
No, I was gonna say we don't have a lot of scalpers. Well, I guess you can call them scalpers. Like we got we got quite a few kind of toy shops in here, and I'm sure not all of them have accounts with Hasbro, so like they're getting their stock from somewhere.
Okay.
Like I walked by today, and it's kind of funny because when the first Spider-Gwen I found for Bobby was in a collectible store, like in a mall I was at today, and they wanted $45.
Are you serious?
Yeah, $45 on that Spider-Gwen.
But I could see it being that in the aftermarket once it's not on the shelves anymore.
Yeah, well, like I said, like I'm not seeing any of that wave on the shelves out.
That's why. That's funny, dude. But see, they can do that, and Marvel is one. That's one of the cool things about collecting Legends. They have value before they hit the shelf, and they're heavy in circulation, and then once they're gone from the shelf, their fucking value goes up. The fucking Black Panther, the second Black Panther they did, right? The Toy Biz did the first one. Hasbro did one a few years back. When that figure came out, it was $20. And then it was that whole wave was overproduced. So that whole wave went to fucking TJ Maxx and Marshalls for $8. Okay, that same fucking Black Panther later on was going for $60 and $80.
That's crazy too, man.
Yeah, like Marvel Legends is a flip game. It's not as lucrative as it used to be. Because, man, figures used to, because now they're producing, yet another reason why you have proof they're producing more. Back in the day, especially with the Toy Biz stuff, man, once the figure came out and it was gone off the shelf, that figure shot up in price, dude. And there was so many characters that was just worth so much money and shit. And since they started producing more, the values aren't holding. Like now, these figures on the shelves now, man, you can't flip that shit. Like before, you get the wave, build the bath, and then you can sell the figures off individually for $40, $30. Now you can barely sell them shits for $10. That fucking Hawkeye that came out, that motherfucker goes for like $8 in the groups, and you still can't give them away.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even get to talk about my 3. But we say that.
All right, so back to the original question before our Marvel tangent.
Okay.
Off subject, what would you like to see come out?
I've been thinking about this for a while. I would like to see Figma or SH Figuarts do the Robotech line because I'm a huge Robotech fan. The only problem with that is they wouldn't do the vehicles the way they wouldn't do the whole line. They wouldn't do the vehicles, and that's a problem for me. But I would love to see someone do the Robotech line. I would love to see Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. I would love to see that line brought to toy form. And I think that
I
was.
don't even know what that is, man.
Oh man, you got to
got me on that one,
dude. Hey, you got to go back and check out Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs, dude. Saber Rider. Hey, that's the show, dude. And the Star Sheriffs. Hey, do you remember? You remember 21 Jump Street, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what was the guy's name? He came on later on, not Johnny Depp, but he was the other mysterious cool guy who ended up being like a nobody actor. The Italian.
I don't remember anybody.
Okay, well, whatever the fuck is, I can't remember his name. But there was a character on the Saber Rider Star Sheriff show that was named, I think his name was Johnny Blue, who was clearly based off that fucking character, man. I cannot remember this fucking guy's name. The picture will be on the fucking podcast, though. But Saber Riders and the Star Sheriff was a great cartoon. As a matter of fact, I just messaged, I just PM'd the Nerd Rage Radio show about it because they were talking about their favorite cartoon shows and shit like that. And I was asking them what were their takes on Robotech and Saber Rider. Because those are really animes. And the American market got it, and they put them on in the during that that afternoon TV show time for cartoons and shit. But they were animes, man. So those would be Robotech, Saber Rider, and I would like to see Silverhawks get redone in that same Figma or SH Figure Arts style. That whole Bandai, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the higher end.
Yeah, man, I would love. Little known secret. I'm not even gonna say. I'm not gonna go into this part. We'll say that for later because maybe I can get it done. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you should see my fucking GoFundMe go up, for some Chrome Hawks, hey, support them, dude. You know what I'm saying? Support them, dude. But yeah, man, those would be the three. The three cartoon shows I would love to see made by the toys. The proper way. Oh, that would be so dope. Yeah. I think we about ran this bitch up to almost 2 hours.
Wow. It went by quick tonight.
Yeah, that's a pretty good show, man. Pretty good show, pretty good conversation. Better conversation than the show, probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Fuck, I don't want to stay up later and do any homework, dude, but I got to do it. Oh, man, this school shit sucks balls.
Yeah, I got a bunch of crap. I got to approve a bunch of my guys' expenses.
Yeah. Dude, stop being lazy. Go do your job. What are you doing? Why are you fucking around?
Let's not talk about hours on the job.
You're supposed to be doing timesheets and shit and approving people's time, and what are you doing? You're fucking around talking about toys.
I gotta take a break every once in a while.
Johnny's gonna be in a job. Like, what do you mean he get paid this week? Why not? Tyler was too busy talking toys. Oh man, you gotta love it. Send all hate mail to Tyler L.
Right.
Hey man, so shout out, big ups to Sway66 who didn't make the show tonight. Swage will be back on next week, hopefully. And shout out to everybody else who shows us love, man. You got any big ups to give out there, Tyler?
How about can we just give us some likes, man?
Tell us what the fuck?
Likes on Facebook. You know what I mean? Just give us a thumbs up. Give us a review on iTunes. Give us something.
Damn, can I get some hot sauce or something? Shit.
Brave, the one that your mom wrote for us is great, but can we get a subjective opinion here?
Oh, she was just trying to be nice. No, seriously, guys. Hey, thank you guys for watching because our numbers are doing really good on Podbean. I guess our numbers are doing good on YouTube, on iTunes. I don't know how to track that shit. But please, we need the subscribers. We need the likes. Big ups to the guys that's actually getting in there and putting the comments up. We really appreciate that. Go to the Facebook page, which is hot right now with 4,000 views.
And 7 likes.
Yeah, I know, right? Damn, Tyler, why you putting that business out in the street, dude? Go to the Facebook page, give us some likes, give us some shares. It only takes a second to show a little love and help support.
I feel like you need a Sarah McLachlan song playing in the
I
background.
know, right? Just for 2 cents, just for 2 cents a week, you can help feed a hungry podcaster.
One month for just one life. You give you this free entertainment. I'll close it out and we'll call it a night.
This motherfucking show is over.